Welcome to episode 20 of Sealed Saturdays. It is Saturday, June 26th, and today we're opening some Modern Horizons 2. Modern Horizons 2 is the newest straight to modern expansion, featuring several and unique new cards, as well as many pre-modern cards being printed into the format. We'll be opening something a little different than normal for the next few weeks, as we've secured set booster boxes for this set. Set boosters come with more rares, less commons, and occasionally cards off a select list of reprints, so that should make the sealed deck builds extra spicy. We're using 6 of these to build a sealed pool, trying to build whatever archetypes we can with the cards in our pool. Now let's get to opening these packs and building our deck. Pack number 1. We have one art card, a basic mountain, a Storm's God Oracle, Spire Bluff Bridge, a Mount Velis Manticore, a Lightning Spear, a Said and Done, a Fast and Furious, we got a bad movie, a Sanctum Weaver, a Necro Goyf, a Yavimaya Elder, a Liquid Metal Torque with the Old Border treatment, a foil Steel Dromedary, and a Squirrel token. Pack number 2. We've got a art card, a basic mountain, a Recalibrate, Dahana's Ploy, a Mist Vault Bridge, a Cabal Initiate, a Turok's Canta, a Fillet Essence. That's a card I haven't actually seen before. Plain Blitz, a Dermo Taxi, an Extruder, a Glimmer Baron in the Old Border treatment, a Foil Faithless Salvaging, and a Bird token. Pack number 3. We've got our art card, a Foil Mountain, a Rustvale Bridge, Foundry Helix, an Arcbound Prototype. Oh, that's the first white card. A Break Ties, a Young Necromancer, a Violent Tumor. That's a good combo. Same pack. A Chef's Kiss, an Asmore, I can't pronounce your name, a Vindicate, that's a new to modern card, a Bloodhound, Foil Combined Chrysalis, and a food token. Pack number 4. One art card, an island, a Lens Flare, Blacksmith Skill, Tormod's Cryptkeeper, Arcbound Mouser, a Tavern Scoundrel, Ren's Run Hydra, a Constable of the Realm. This card is absolutely nuts. A Verdant Command, a Quirion Ranger, a Rakdos Headliner, a Landscaper Kolios, and a Alternate Game card. Pack number 5. We've got a art card, an island, one Arcbound Slasher, a Rustvale Bridge, a Foundry Helix, an Arcbound Prototype, Break Ties, an Unbounded Potential, an Arcus Acolyte. This card is crazy. A Sylvan Anthem. Actually pretty strong. A Chainer, Nightmare Adept, another new to modern card, a Gargadon, an Arcbound Slasher, and a treasure token. And pack number 6, we've got one art card, one Forest, a Steelfin Whale, a Lens Flare, a Blacksmith Skill, a Vidalcan Infiltrator, Filigree Attendant. We've got the Underworld Cookbook, the Skyblades Boon. We've got a Subtlety. Ooh, that's a very strong card. A nice Bone Shredder. Ornithopter of Paradise. Ooh, and a foil full art, alternate art Mishra's Factory. And a card off the list, which is the Boros Challenger. So, looking at this right away, I think our black is a little weak, although we've got some very nice cards in Necroglyph. And we've got Bone Shredder, Violent Tumor, Young Necromancer. Actually, most of our black cards are very, very strong for being not very many of them. So it may be worth considering. I'm going to get these art, or these tokens, and these basic lands, these art cards out of the way. We can start building this deck. This one really seems like we're going to be relying heavily on our pile of gold cards here. So let's take a look at what we've got. We've got Chainer, which is a ridiculous card. And we've got Rakdos Headliner, Vindicate, Asmore, and 2 Foundry Helixes, which really makes me want, and this Boros Challenger actually as well, which is better than expected. Which really makes me want to say we're probably playing a Mardu deck. We've got a little bit of land support in that area, and enough that we could splash blue off it if there's something in blue worth playing. I don't think there is. The Subtlety is nice, but very rarely are we going to be able to... We're never going to be able to evoke it. There's not enough blue cards in our deck. And it's not hard to cast with double blue as well. So I think we're going to pass on that. Green cards, again, nothing super exciting in green. I'm going to stick to red, black, and white. Means we can probably get these 2 blue duels out of the way. The Mishra's Factory is potentially nice to have just in the mana base as a extra threat. We do have the Asmore, and we've got the Underworld Cookbook, so that's a nice team. Ornithopter is great. None of these other cards really excite me. In the Artifact world, black, I think we play almost every black card except this Turox Canticle. I'm going to set that aside as a card I probably don't want. And in our red, let's see. The Mount Velvet, we don't have a lot of actually, we don't have a lot of Madness cards here, which is unfortunate. Because Madness is a very large portion of this set. I do like the Lightning Spear. Alright, let's start laying this out as a deck. We've got Asmore, this is 0 drop. Underworld Cookbook. This Headliner, the Boros Challenger, and the 2 Foundry Helixes. The Ornithopter's a 2, same with the Lightning Spear. Necroglyphs on the top end. Bone Shredder, Violent Tumor. Young Necromancer. Play Essence, and the Cabal Initiate. We have lots of discard outlets, but not a lot of good discard cards. Like, not a lot of cards to use with that discard. In white, we can almost go Mardu Control and just, like, play all these Lens Flares. This Constable of the Realm. This is almost a control deck. Winning with, like, a big Necrogoy for something else out of the graveyard. I don't hate the Break Ties. There's a bunch of random artifacts, enchantments, and graveyard synergies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So, Skyblade's Boon's interesting because it turns pretty much anything into a threat and it has some synergies with our with being able to be discarded. And we could play some other larger threat like this Gargadon, or we could play the Fast and Furious. We're also not sitting on like a lot. The problem is we didn't get any Madness payoffs. Lots of Madness discard outlets like the Rakdos Headliner and the Cabal Initiate, but no real Madness payoffs. There's nothing. The only Madness payoff we got was Asmore. This deck is actually very difficult to build. Flame Blitz is probably gone. Chef's Kiss is gone. So like we could go like the Arcbound Slasher route instead. It may actually be worth exploring this as the Arcbound counter synergy. I think I like the Arcbound counter synergy idea actually better than what we're doing here. So if we take this Rakdos Challenger out, Let me take this Cabal Initiate out. The Asmore Underworld Cookbook out. The Vile Entomber out. And go more into the modular affinity style. And some of these other cards, I think we're actually seeing something a little bit better here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 in this. And then we just get rid of like all this discard stuff. 26, 25, and then like maybe we cut one of these other top endy cards. And run that with just like a light black splash for the Flay Essence is a solid card. It's a nice exile piece of removal. And with the Bone Shredder, both very worth running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we have 2 cuts. I kind of want to cut both double black cards as it makes the mana a lot better. We do have basic land cycling to help with that. And the synergy between the land cycling and the Young Necromancer are quite good. It's unfortunate we didn't quite hit the Reanimator archetype pieces, and we didn't really hit the discard archetype pieces either. We have some of both, but we're lacking the reanimation payoffs and the madness payoffs and the reanimation early game. I don't hate the Necrogoyf. I think we cut one of these Break Ties. And maybe something like the maybe one of these Lens Flares as well, because we do a lot of other removal with the Lightning Spear, and the Foundry Helixes and Vindicate. The Lightning Spear is probably the other option here. I think we'll cut this. Actually, we'll cut the Lightning Spear over the Lens Flare. So we do have a lot of artifacts. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts. 7, 8 with the 9 with the lands, with the factory. Factory could be very nice with little modular triggers. So, and then basic wise, let's start with 5/5 for plains and mountains. So it's 13 lands, and then 4 slots. I think the 4 slots have to be pretty much all black. Let's go 4 swamps. Doesn't seem like enough black sources, but we also have the Ornithopter of Paradise and the Landscaper Kolos to get us black if we need it. I think white is the more important color early on. Everything we need is white. We've got 7 white, 7 red with the 2 duels and the other lands. 4 swamps, and the Mishra's Factory is an extra threat. Creature wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures should be plenty. I like this. I like this as a Mardu kind of control deck with like +1/+1 counter synergies with the Arcbound prototypes, the Constable of the Realm, Break Ties, add some of the counter synergies, and then you've got Boundary Helix and Vindicates and as removal. Mana fixing the Ornithopter and the 2 duels, threat in the mana base. Chainer is also kind of a threat as it lets you turn your lands into other creatures from your graveyard, given that it does let you play them from your grave. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, if you didn't cast it from your hand, you get its haste, and you can discard a card and cast a creature from your graveyard. So there's synergies between these. There's synergies with the Young Necromancer as well as with the Chainer will give the Necromancer's creatures haste. So it's a Mardu kind of grindy, mid-range control deck. Next week we'll be opening some more Modern Horizons 2, so be sure to like, subscribe, and check back.